Good afternoon, my dear students. My name is Dr. K.C.H. Apparao, working as an associate professor in mechanical department. Okay, last class we already started the new course, that is the production planning and control. Okay, so in last class already we have given the topics in the first module. This was covered in previous class. Okay, just I want to repeat what was covered in the previous class. What is the importance of this subject. So you know that if we go by this title, just like production planning and control. So here you can see three words mainly. So main words, what is the production? Another one is the planning. Third one is the control. Okay. So we'll see what is the importance of these three words individually first. Then we combine the meaning of three words, just like production, planning, and control. Then you can understand what is the importance of this subject, what is the objectives of this subject. So first of all, we'll see what is production. You know that production is a conversion of the raw material into finished goods by performing some conversion methods, just like those methods either may be chemical or physical or mechanical processes, just like. So conversion of raw material, this is the raw material into finished goods by so applying some conversion processes or conversion methods. So it is called manufacturing of a product or production. You can call this one production. Suppose, for example, the chair what we sit on this chair, or any just like you can see, this is the podium. So the chair and podium, they have the raw material. So the raw material of the chair may be wood or iron. Suppose you can assume this is the just like wood chair. So the raw material of this podium, the raw material of the chair is the just like wood. Okay. So we apply this different conversion processes on this raw material to get the finished goods, just like conversion methods, just like cutting of the wood, next to turning of the wood, just like chiseling of the wood, or just filing of the wood, just like just polishing of the wood. Just like if you perform some operations on this raw material, the finally will get the final goods, that is just like chair. So the production is the just like conversion of raw material into finished goods. Like just like every product has some raw material. So by applying some conversion methods, just we can get the finished goods. So production is very important for that human beings. So because we require the finished goods for particular purposes. So this is called the production. So the first one is the production. So next we'll see second term, the planning. So planning can be referred as the just like decision making. Decision making means we can just like we can preparing ourselves for the performing of the future aspect or future event. So just like preparing ourselves or preparing our resources or preparing our machinery or preparing our manpower. So to perform just like future tasks to get the finished goods. So that is the just like you can say planning. So planning is just like planning starts with the analysis of the present demand of the product. So just like evaluation of the product demand in the market, and evaluation of the resources what you have in our company. Just like if you assume just like a manager of any company. So evaluation or study about the resources. Resources means we know that. So four M's. One is the methods. What are the methods are there to perform the finished goods or perform the production operation. Next, machines. What are the different machines are available to perform the different operations, and manpower. So what are the different just like operators, manpower. So what are the different operators are available to perform the tasks. Next, materials. So what are the different raw materials are required to perform the production operations. So how to evaluate all these things. So for the planning. So planning starts after the just evaluation of the demand of market demand, market to demand of particular product. So after completion of the otherwise, so after demand has been finalized, so we'll go for the planning operation. So planning is very important. So planning, so just like planning regarding the methods, what type of methods are used for this production, and planning regarding the machinery sources, utilization of the sources, what type of machinery we have for the performing of the production, what are the different operators or skillful operators are available to perform that production operation. So we have to consider all these things. Automatically we have to forecast the demand. So forecasting is very important. Forecast the demand. So forecasting demand means estimation or just like prediction of the future demand of a particular product by using the present data, present processes. So forecasting the data based upon forecasting the demand. So after estimation of the or forecasting of the demand, we will start the planning process to achieve those demands. So the planning means systematic scheduling of the processes. So for the utilization of different resources, manpower and machinery to get the quality products and in required quantity. So that is the planning. So planning is, you can say the planning is the decision making. It means just we are preparing ourselves to perform particular task in future. So that is the planning. So next one is the control. So control is just matching of the pre-planned process and the present process, just like so. After completion of the planning process, we will go for the controlling of just like controlling of that process. Suppose after planning process, we will start the production system. Then we have to just like check whether we are being performed the planned process or not. Just like we have to check this one. So we know that 100% so we didn't get the 100% success. Success of the 100%. So what you have planned according to the situation. So it means control is this one very important. So sometimes we cannot implement the 100% plan which was prepared in the planning operation because due to some immutable reasons, just like breakages of the machinery and lack of material, raw material for the processing, and just like just unavailability of the just like skillful persons. So due to these reasons, some deviation will be occurred from the planned path to our actual path. So in this condition, we have to control on the system and we have to implement the process in the planned system. So for this one, controlling is very important. Suppose just if you have planned for the production 400 pieces per week. So if you are over scheduling, it means so per week we are producing 500. Then so according to system or according to plan, we require only 400 pieces. Means we have to just we have to slow down the system. Suppose if you just as per requirement, we require the 400 pieces per week. Just we are getting only 300 pieces per week. Then you have to improve the system. Just the ultimate goal of the control is to reach the objectives what was planned in the production planning system. So just like we can say that is the matching of pre-planned and current plan. So that is the control. So we'll see this is the just like introduction, brief introduction about the production planning and control. So we'll combine the just like three words, the meaning of three words. So first one is the production. So conversion of raw material into finished goods. Next to planning. So planning of systematic utilization of the resources to get the objectives, to get the required objectives. And the controlling of this is the matching of the pre-planned process and the current going process. So just like the ultimate goal of this PPC, production planning and control, is to just like to reach the four words or four goals. That is just like quality, next to quantity, next to cost, and time. Just like so, for maintaining of the quality products, so we require the PPC. Okay, so by proper planning and proper implementation of the planning, and the quantity means so for the reach the just like for to reach the pre-planned dispatching items, just like it means so to fulfill the commitment of the customers. So what was committed to the customers, we have to provide those quantity of products. Next, cost oriented. By utilizing the resources in proper manner, we can get the less cost and just in good time. So optimize the time. So just for this purpose, for the quality production, and then the next required quantity and cost oriented and timely providing of the products. For this one, PPC, production planning control, is a very important technique or very important tool. So we see some PPC is a tool available to the management. So to achieve the standard or stated or pre-planned objectives. Okay. So production system. So it is encompassed or just like surrounded by already you know that four terms. So four factors mainly. The objective of this one is to reach these factors: the required quantity and quality, maintenance of the quality, and optimized cost, and the timely finishing of the production. So for this one, we'll use this production planning control subject. Okay, so we already saw, once again repeating this one, just production planning. So first one is the production planning and control. Production planning starts with the analysis of the given data. We know that analysis of the demand of product, so in the present market, and delivering of the schedules, just we have to study. And next systematic utilization of the resources, resources like methods and machines and material and manpower. Okay, by utilizing these resources to get the optimized forecasted demand in future. So that is the target of the production planning. So the control. So control. So control comes into action if there is any deviation between the actual and the planned, previously planned. So current going and planned process. So is there any deviation, you have to observe. If there is any deviation, just you have to control the system, just to bring the process into planned process. Just corrective action is taken so as to achieve targets set as per the plan by using the control techniques. There are different control techniques are there. We will discuss in next further classes. So matching of the planned process and the actual process is what we call as a control, as the control. So controlling means just like so running of the actual process according to planned process. So that is the main object of the control. So these are the just like a brief introduction already covered in previous class. So you can say direction and coordination of the film resources towards attaining the prefixed goals. Prefixed goals means required quality and required quantity and just like optimized cost and in less time. We know that. So we'll see few just like aims or production planning control. So production planning control is the organization and the planning of the manufacturing process. So you can say it is the organization tools. So from organization to production, so it will influence the production process and the planning also. Okay, production planning so involves the management decisions and the resources so that the firm will require for its manufacturing operations. Next, selection of these resources to produce the desired goods at appropriate time at the least possible cost. Already told that just like 4 times. So that is the quality and the quantity and cost and the time. So maintaining of these 4 factors are very important. So by the help of the production planning and control. So there are different definitions are there. Here one definition is according to Charles. So production planning control so is the coordination of series functions according to plan which will economically just utilize the plant facilities, the facilities and regulate the orderly movement of goods through the entire manufacturing circles. So from the procurement of all materials to shipping of finished goods at predetermined rate. So this is the just like a final conclusion, importance of the or definition of the production planning and control. So in previous class, just like we already saw the need of importance of the production planning, the systematic utilization of the resources and the systematic planning and preparation of the just like scheduling or routing. Okay. So we already saw in previous class. Next, planning also we already explained in the previous classes. So controlling is very important. Now we'll see the objectives of the production planning and control. So once again I want to repeat these objectives because I already covered in the introduction. So the main objective of this production planning and control is to achieve the just like good quality products and to attain the just like required quantity of production. And the next one, and optimized cost, maintaining the optimized cost in less time. So you can say systematic planning of production activities to achieve the highest efficiency in production of goods and services. Just like that is the so for the by the help of the production planning and control, we can plan the systematic. We can make the systematic plan of production activities. So just like activity means so just utilization of the resources and scheduling of methods. What are the different manufacturing methods to perform the production operation? So next one we'll see that to organize the production facilities, just like so we know the facilities, 4Ms, machines, methods, and men. So effective utilization of these resources. So to organize the production facilities to achieve the stated production objectives. So by effective utilization of these resources, we will get the and we will gain the objectives, predetermined objective with respect to main quantity, quality, time, and cost. So next to optimum scheduling of the resources. So scheduling of the resources. So proper scheduling of utilization of resources. Just like next to scheduling of the or dispatching of the finished products also. So for this one, we will use the production planning and control. So next one is the coordination. Coordinate with other departments relating to production. So to achieve the balanced and uninterrupted production flow. So to reduce the delays and to next to reduce the so misprocessing. Just like for this one, just like there should be a proper coordination between the one department to another department, from the production to quality department, from quality to just like shifting of reworked processes. So quality to PPC, production planning control departments. So there must be a coordination between the different departments for the smooth work and to reduce or to address the uninterrupted production flow. So we'll see. So next one is the to conform to delivery commitments. So within the commitment dates, just like how to produce, how to deliver the goods. So to achieve those targets, so production planning control is very effective tool. So based upon the time scheduling, just like planning will be planned or will be occurred. So implementation of the plan. So to achieve the and to reach the delivery commitments. So that is very important. So by proper delivery commitments, you can achieve the customer satisfaction. That is very important, and customer goodwill also. Next, material planning and control. So raw materials. Timely providing of raw materials is very important for the production process. So on time and required quantity of material, providing of required quantity of material for the production. So that is very important. So material planning control, there are so many methods to control the inventory of the materials. So we'll see deeply next to further classes also what is the importance of material and what is the inventory of the material also. So next one is the seventh. So to be able to make adjustments due to changes in demands. So according to the current demand in the markets, we can improve the just like production rate, or we can decrease the production rates. So for this one, just like how to change the system, just like for this one, the controlling of the system. So production planning control is very important. Finally, so from planning to implementation of the planning and just delivering scheduling as per the delivery commitments, delivering of the products as per the delivery commitments. So production planning control is the key subject or key tool for the implementation of these all these things. So there is a good need for studying of this subject. So we'll see next. Next we'll see the functions of production planning and control. So we can divide these functions into three types. One is the pre-planning function. Second one is the planning function. So third one is the control function. So planning, pre-planning, just like it occurs before the planning of detailed planning, just like. So this is the macro level planning. So just like based upon the current marketing demand. So it also includes the product design, process design, flow design. We'll see one by one what is the importance of product design, process design. So what is flow design and what is forecast demand. We'll see. So next to the planning, this is the micro level. So detailed scheduling. So for the utilization of resources, we'll see the 4Ms. What is the importance of the detailed planning. Next, process planning, routing of the processing and assigning of ordering of the method operations. Next, scheduling, estimating. So all these things we will discuss one by one. So in control, we will see the dispatching, inspection is very important, expediting. So the evaluation, inspection and evaluating is very important for the present work and future work also. We'll see functions one by one. The first one is the pre-planning functions. It includes the first one is the macro level. So first it implements it implies that so course of action is established in advance. The whole activity must be planned and exist on paper before the very first action takes place. So, okay, just like this is the pre-planned function. We'll see this is the macro level policy. So, it deals with the analysis of data. So, what is the data, present data of particular product or the data regarding the marketing demand also. So next to outline of planning policy. So outline of planning policy means so it is so based upon forecasting demand. Forecasting means prediction of the demand in future. Next to market analysis. What is the present market demand and analysis? So must be needed. Next to product design and development, the process method, product design and development method. So all these things are needed for the pre-planning function. So also next it is concerned with the process design. Process design, equipment policy, what type of equipment is required, is there any replacement is needed, just like we have to check and workflow, all these things will be planned here. So it is also concerned with the decision making with respect to methods, what type of methods should be assigned first. So it means routing or sequencing of the methods and what type of machines should be needed and the workflow, all these things will be included here, just like. So this is a pre-planning function. So next we'll see the planning function. So planning function. So it starts once the task to be accomplished is specified. So it starts once the task to be accomplished is specified with the analysis of resources, that resources of manpower, machines and methods and just like materials also. So this is followed by process planning, routing system. So detailed planning of the utilization of resources. So just like in routing, what type of method should be come first and what type of missions should be assigned for performing a particular operation and what type of operators should be assigned for the performing of those machinery, those processing. So all these things, so just a systematic planning, a detailed scheduling or routing. So will be just covered in this planning function. Okay. So here we'll see also short-term uh, futures and long-term planning also. We will see what is short-term and what is long-term in further classes. Next, standardization and the simplification of products and processes so are given uh, due due considerations. So these are the just important points which will be covered in the planning function. So next one is the control function. So you know that it is very important for the just smooth running of production process. So control phase is affected by mainly inspection and evaluation. So this evaluation of the working process and dispatching. So these two words, evaluation and inspection, is very important. So evaluation makes the PPC cycle complete. Corrective actions are to be taken through feedback from the analysis. So systematic feedback and analysis of the feedback. So these are very important. So a good communication feedback system is essential to enhance the or ensure the effectiveness of the PPC. Just like in control, just like we have to see uh, inspection of process and quality, inspection of the quality, quantity of the products, and evaluation of the system. So these two things are very important for the current processing and the future processing also. Okay. So these are the just like the main functions of uh, PPC. Now we'll see the different parameters which are comes under the production planning and control. So functions. So we'll see parameters one by one. So first one is the material. This is the very important because without raw material there is no just like finished goods. So we know that production is nothing but conversion of these raw material into finished goods by applying some conversion methods. Okay, so availability and providing the raw material are just like providing the raw material are semi-finished goods and brought up components just like so these raw materials should be made available in required quantities at a required time. So and timely providing materials are very important because to ensure the correct starting and end of each operation. So it automatically resulting in the uninterrupted production system. So if there is a delay in the material, automatically the total process will be delayed. So uh, providing of material, raw material in right quantity at the right time. So this is the very important. So this parameter is very important PPC just to how to maintain this thing. So next one is the machines and equipments. So detailed analysis of resources, just like what type of machinery is available and what type of equipments are available. So detailed analysis of production facilities are very important. Equipment downtime, maintenance policy, maintenance of machines and required equipment and just like work holding devices, just like fixes, jaws and for the just holding up, fixing up the workpiece on the machines. So those things also very important. Just like so, detailed analysis of this machinery and equipment, proper utilization of these resources, very important. It includes the analysis of facilities. So what are the facilities are provided available in the just a company or industry. So analysis of that one is also very important. Next, making their availability with the minimum downtime because of breakdowns. Okay, so this is very important. So identification of machinery and availability of the machines and equipments for the production system. So these are the very important parameter in the production planning control. So next one is the methods. So uh, for finding or for getting of the final product, we have to perform different types of the methods. So identification of the required method, what type of method will be conducted for getting the final product. So that is very important. The function, so this function concerned with the analysis of alternatives, selection of the best method, which is the best method for producing of final products. So these considerations are very important, very very constrained to impose, just like so. These methods, identification of method is very important. Next, developing specifications for the processes is an important aspect of PPC also. Okay, so identification of sequence of operations and the best methods for those operations. Identification of best methods for those operations are very important. So next one is the uh, process planning, routing. Just like selection of path or route in which raw material should follow to get the transformed into final product. Just first of all, which type of method and which type of process comes into first. Next, just sending of that semi-finished product to the next operation. So scheduling of these or selecting of the path or movement of the just like product from one operation to another operation. So these things are very important. So it includes fixation of the path of travel, giving due consideration to layout. So layout of manufacturing process. So next, deciding the set of time and the process time for each operation. So setting of just like time, setting time and processing time. So time scheduling. So for the study of time scheduling. So for all these things, just like this process planning and routing system is very important. So that is the important parameter in PPC. So next, we'll see the estimating. So estimating. So once the overall method sequence of operation is fixed, so process sheet for each operation is available. For each operation is available. Okay. So this is the estimation of the. So estimation of the just like time. So it means calculating the operation times. So based upon the calculating operation time, so just like we have to assign the operations for the performing of the those methods. So this is the very important. Okay. Okay. So next one is the sixth point, loading and scheduling. So this one also important parameter in PPC. So just like scheduling is concerned with preparation of machine loads and the fixation of the starting and completion dates for each operation is very important. Okay, so just like loading of the workpiece on the machines and scheduling of the process, this is very important. So it includes the just like loading the missions as per the capacity and the capability. So based upon the capability and capacity, so loading of the workpiece will be occurred. So next, determining the start and completion times for each operation. So we can fix the starting time and completion time also. We can uh, just like plan at that one. Next, to coordinate with sales department regarding the delivery schedules. So proper scheduling and loading, you can deliver the products right time according to the customer requirement. So next to dispatching. So you know that this is the important thing. So this is the execution phase of planning. So it is the process of setting production activities in motion through release of orders and instructions. Okay, it includes just like to assign definite work, to define definite mission, work centers and men. It includes, sorry. So assigning of particular work and particular mission and particular work center by particular men. So that includes to issue required materials from the stores. Next, as for the requirement, issuing of just required material from the stores. So next, to issue the jigs fixtures. So because work holding devices, the requirement of the work holding devices at correct point of use, just those things also very important. Next, release necessary work orders, time, tickets, etc. in timely, just like providing the production. So that is very important. Next, to record start and finish time of each job and each mission by each man. Okay. So just like the recording of starting of the operation and finishing of the operation, just like so. This planning, all these plannings are very important for the providing or meeting the uh, dispatching targets, commitments given by the customers. Next, last one is the inspection and evaluation. So inspection and evaluation are very important. So because the education of the current plans and its scopes of the future plan. So it means through uh, analysis, thorough analysis of all factors influencing the production planning and control. It helps to identify the weak spots and corrective actions with respect to field planning, and the plan will be affected by feedback. So in order to, so this correct evaluation and correct inspection, so it is useful for the current flowing process and future process also. So we can evaluate this one by systematic feedback of the uh, feedback from the customers also. So finally, so inspection and evaluation. So these are very important for enhancement of the proper utilization of production planning tool. Okay. So these are the just like parameters, important parameters which are included in the PPC to utilization of this tool for the effective production or to enhance the good productivity. So these are the parameters. So next we'll see the operations planning and scheduling systems. We'll see in next class this one. What are the different operations planning and scheduling system? So this is the just like so importance of production planning control technique. So we covered the introduction and just like different phases of the production planning control. So okay, thank you for listening to this class. In next class, we'll see the different operations planning and scheduling systems. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.